What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today we are back doing another Madden rebuild. As yesterday we had one of the craziest trades go down. Davante Adams has been traded to the Las Vegas Raiders. Before we get into this video though, guys, if you could leave it a like and of course subscribe if you are new, it would be greatly appreciated. Helps out a lot. I recently did a Davante Adams Raiders rebuild like 10 days before free agency, just kind of thinking that this could possibly happen, and sure enough, if it did. So today, obviously, we're kind of doing an updated one with Chandler Jones on the roster, Rocky in here as well. They traded Yannick Ngakoue, so here we are doing one today, and I thought this could be a lot of fun. So tell me this isn't the craziest offseason we've ever had. I don't remember an offseason being this crazy, this insane, and here we are, man. It's been a lot of fun. We have so many rebuilds planned, it's not even funny, and there just keeps getting more and more ideas, because obviously we have the Deshaun Watson thing coming too. That is still something that is still coming. So regardless, let's jump right in and talk about the Las Vegas Raiders. So shout out to the Raiders for making this trade, man. I know some people are actually, I've seen a lot of Packers fans on Twitter start talking crap on the deal. Now that they don't have Davante Adams anymore, they can go ahead and talk crap about the deal. So if you think about it, I guess Packers fans are kind of saying, why did the Raiders trade a first-round pick for a 29-year-old wide receiver and make him the highest paid wide receiver? I don't know, but I think it's going to work out anyway. So, I mean, I'm not too upset with the Raiders doing this. I'm going to sign Darius Phillips to a deal, and I think that'll be it for me. But, yeah, I'm not too upset with the Raiders making this trade. Obviously, we kind of knew this could happen. I made that video 10 days ago, or not 10 days ago. It was like a while ago now. It was like 10 days before free agency or like maybe a few days. I don't remember, but I did it because, Davante Adams, Derek Carr, good friends from college. And then there was a rumor that Adams bought, land in Vegas. So I was like, oh, Adams might be going to Vegas. But then he got franchise tagged, and then Aaron Rodgers resigned. So I was like, oh, never mind. And why the hell did he buy land in Vegas? Why would he do that? And then sure enough, he gets traded to the Raiders. So let's freaking go, man. Crazy offseason. Shout out to the Raiders, though, for real. So now they have Davante Adams, Bryan Edwards, Derek Carr, Hunter Renfrow, Darren Waller, Fabian Moreau, Colton Miller. The offensive line needs to improve just a little bit, which is something we could touch on. And then defensively, we have Jonathan Abram, we have Rocky Sin that they got from the Yannick Ngakoue trade, Max Crosby, Bilal Nichols they signed in free agency, and of course they traded Yannick Ngakoue after they signed this man, Chandler Jones. And then we have Diablo here, who is a 24-year-old star development linebacker, Trayvon Moehrig, and then Denzel Perryman in the middle, and Cleveland Farrell at left outside linebacker, which I believe he is actually like an end. So that is something we need to fix 100%. So that is something we will look into. But we can go ahead into this free agency and start to get to work. So obviously, offensive line is going to need some help. We're going to need an outside linebacker. And then right before I started recording this, apparently the Raiders have made an offer on, if I can find him out here, he is not here. So I gotta say, apparently the Raiders have made an offer for Stephon Gilmore right before I started recording this. So we might go trade for Stephon Gilmore low key, just because, like I said, that is a thing that the Raiders are apparently trying to do. And honestly, would not be surprised if Stephon Gilmore joined the Las Vegas Raiders just based off the offseason they have had. So I want to come in here and I want to walk away with offensive line help. So I don't want to go for a veteran Richie Incognito. But since this free agency class is kind of lackluster, I'm not sure we'll get the help we're looking for. Roger Saffold, just a lot of veterans. So we don't need a left tackle. We have Colton Miller. Left guard, we have Richie Incognito and Saffold, and we have Kalish Ismail, Dan Freeney. So nothing looking that great. Centers wise, got Pochich, which actually might not be a terrible idea. Although we have a 74 overall at center, so I don't know how much that would change anything. So we'll probably just leave that the way it is. You have Alex Leatherwood at right guard, so I'll probably leave that the way it is. So I think a right tackle definitely would be important to have. So I'm looking at Brian Bulaga here as the best right tackle we could get. And maybe I'll sign him for now. Obviously, we're not going to have a first or a second round pick in this draft because they traded it for Davante Adams. So I'm going to give Brian Bulaga a 2-year deal to be a pass protector right tackle. So we'll go ahead and go for that. That's going to be pretty nice for us. 103 total points on Brian Bulaga. And we should be getting him hopefully. And then, like I said, right guard, I'm content with rolling with Alex Leatherwood. I'm content with rolling with James. And then left guard, I'd love to upgrade if possible. So, I mean, is there a guy out here that would make some sense? We could just roll with Simpson, though, I guess. He is a 25-year-old who could continue to develop. So maybe we'll just roll with Simpson and hope for the best there. He's 25, like I said. So, I don't know. We could get Saffold, and that'd be fine. But I don't want to get that old on the offensive line. Brian Bulaga is enough. But like I said, since they are maybe interested in Stephon Gilmore, I'm going to see if I can go find him out there And I'm also going to give the Packers their first those 2 picks because obviously we don't have them in this upcoming draft. So I went ahead and grabbed Stephon Gilmore through the trades. Basically, Stephon Gilmore is supposed to be a free agent, so I don't want to upload this video and then the Raiders happen to sign Stephon Gilmore in free agency, and then I'm like, oh, well, I should have added him in the video. So I'm just going to try to predict the future and have him. Obviously, it's not really predict the future if they've made an offer, but I'm just going to have him on the team just because, like I said, I would love for that to be a thing, and he actually like signs there today. So Brian Bulaga is an offer that we have on. We also need another nose tackle, so I'm kind of looking at Keem Hicks here as a veteran we could throw on the defensive line. We also have Linval Joseph, or we could just continue to roll with William Farrell, which I guess isn't a bad idea. But we also have a star development Linval Joseph, a star development Derek Nottie here, which I think I might go for him. He's got 9 offers, but I'm going to try to increase the offer on him. He's 26 years of age, so let's try to snag him here. Bring him into the Las Vegas Raiders, 112 total points. Maybe overpaying a tad bit. And I think that's going to be it. I don't think there's really an outside linebacker that makes sense for us. Keanu O'Neal at superstar development, 27 years old. Whoa, okay. Maybe we should go for Keanu O'Neal, who has superstar dev right now, which actually could be nice. We should maybe do that because, like I said, we don't have a high draft pick. So, you know what? We are going to go, well, I mean, this is... Yeah, we're gonna go for Keanu O'Neal. We're gonna go for Keanu O'Neal. He is a superstar development outside linebacker. We do not have an outside linebacker right now. So Keanu O'Neal, can you come to the Raiders? That'd be greatly appreciated. And that is going to be my offers in free agency. Brian Bulaga, Derek Nottie, and Keanu O'Neal. Now, I will say none of these positions are secure. We are going to be going into the draft with a 3rd round pick. So hopefully we get like a hidden development 3rd round pick, because obviously we're not having our first 2 round picks because the Adams trade definitely sucks. But at the end of the day, we have freaking Davante Adams, so can't complain too much. Got Brian Bulaga, 33-year-old, and then Derek Nottie, and then we also got Keanu O'Neal to address the kind of the holes we had on the defensive side of the ball. So just like that, things are looking a lot better now here in Vegas. Brian Bulaga is not a permanent option, but is a temporary option rather. So we like that. That increases the offensive line depth a little bit. And then defensively, take a real quick look. Denzel Perryman, Diablo, and then Keanu O'Neal joined, and then Abrams. We also have Trayvon Mullen, Stephon Gilmore, Rocky Sen, Chandler Jones, Derek Nottie joined the defensive line. So that looks like a really nice defensive line now. So we are going to go ahead and go into the draft where we only have a 3rd round pick, but we're going to do our best to make that pick worth it. So going into the NFL draft, we're going to go straight to our 3rd round pick. We are obviously going to be going to our 3rd round pick because we don't have those first 2 round picks. And I think tomorrow, as long as nothing crazy happens, I think we got to do a Packers rebuild. Hopefully the Packers actually like sign a wide receiver, I guess, because that's probably what the plan should be. Maybe they get Landry and Odell. Maybe they only get Julio. Who knows? But we take a look at what we could use here. I want to make this pick worth it. So Nolan Smith, linebacker, as much as I like him maybe as a fit, he's a scheme fit. I know he's not that good coming out of the draft, at least in Madden. I'm not saying in real life he won't be, but Ventrell Miller, Avery Young. Do we have a guaranteed guy that I know for sure will be like really good coming out of the draft, who I know is like a hidden development? And I'm not sure I really see that guy here. I think what we should be doing is investing in the offensive line, to be honest with you. So that's probably what I'm going to look at. Offensive line is probably what I should be investing in. So Jarrett Patterson, and then we also have right tackle Daniel here, round 3 out of Minnesota. This might be the guy I go for. He's a right tackle, D awareness, B stamped on C lead block. Doesn't look all that great though, so I'm torn. What do I want to draft here? So they want me to draft Nolan Smith. He's the guy we scouted quite a bit, spent all our scouting points on. Do I draft Nolan Smith and just hope for the best, or do I draft a tackle? I don't know. I'm torn. We only have 25 seconds to decide. I guess since the Raiders scouted this guy quite a bit, I'll just draft him. Welcome to the Raiders. Not a great pick, obviously, but it is what it is. Let's jump in to next round, and let's see if we get the offensive lineman that we want. So pick number 26. Let's go see what we can get. So at round 4, pick 26, we have Ty Merle Robinson. I might take the right tackle now. He didn't look all that good, but I mean, depth is not going to hurt us. So we'll go ahead and grab him out of the draft. And I think that'll be it for me. So I'm going to skip out of the draft now. I'm going to let the assistant GM do the rest. Maybe sometimes they hit on a gym towards the end. He's a hidden development, whatever. But let's go into this next season, see what this lineup's about to look like. So going into this next season, we have Derek Carr at quarterback. We don't have a backup quarterback right now, so I should probably go sign one. Josh Jacobs, superstar development. Davante Adams, superstar X Factor. Brian Edwards, Hunter Renfro. And I guess the assistant GM drafted a wide receiver who is a hidden development, which is good. So Jalen Tolbert, rookie out of South Alabama, and then Darren Waller, Fabian Moreau, Brian Bulaga, Leatherwood, James, and Simpson. So we're kind of relying on development of the offensive line. If it doesn't work out this year, we're going to be going into next free agency, hoping to see a lot more offensive linemen in the fold. And then defensively, we got Denzel Perryman, Keanu Neal, Trayvon Mullen. So this all looks relatively the same. So let's go ahead and just jump into this next season. Stephon Gilmore as well, Chandler Jones. This will be interesting to see if this team can make the playoffs. Obviously, we're in a very, very tough division. The only thing I will do, like I said, is I'm going to sign a backup quarterback, and then we'll see how things go. So at the end of the season, we did something. I don't know. It doesn't really show me what our record was, so let me see if I can jump in. Either we got a bye or we didn't make the playoffs, and I'm assuming we didn't make it. So what was our record? Because it's not. We went 8-9. So unfortunate year, only 8-9 on the season, but maybe that's to our offensive line. We kind of need to go ahead and address that a little bit more. We'll see what our problem is. 19 in offensive rating. And then as far as defense, it was 32nd. So defense was not good at all. 21 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, sacked 49 times. So that number needs to come down. Offensive line is going to be a huge need. Josh Jacobs, 1,600 yards, 20 touchdowns though. Receiving wise, Adams right at 1,000 yards. And then defensively, if we look, obviously this defense wasn't good. But Chandler Jones, 22.5 sacks. I don't know how the defense wasn't good. Crosby, 11.5, and then 4 from Derek Nottie, and then 3.5 from Bilal Nichols. So yeah, I don't know. We'll go ahead and see if we can make this team better this offseason. Obviously, it didn't work out this season. Only 8-9 as the Broncos go 12-5, Chiefs go 14-3. And we're gonna jump right into this next offseason upgrade, everybody, real quick. The offensive line looks like it's getting a little bit of an upgrade, so that guess that could be good. Maybe we can rely on still some offensive linemen, but we'll see. We'll see how things go. We obviously need to get to the offseason though. So let's get to the offseason. And we're at 87 overall currently, so that's a good look. But this team needs to be better and needs to improve. It looks like going into this offseason with $114 million cap space, which I don't actually think that's a true number. It might be high because Derek Carr's extension is coming up here, but I don't think it's that high. It could be actually, because there's actually quite a bit of important free agents here that we want back. But I will say that in this free agency file that the contracts aren't even close to correct. It's kind of hard to edit contracts in just the regular menu. In franchise mode, you can kind of do it, but whatever. So Josh Jacobs, obviously we want to resign Josh Jacobs to be our running back. I want to resign everybody that I have, and I want to add on top of that. So Josh Jacobs, first and foremost, want to get him back. Let's make sure we take care of Derek Carr first and foremost. I'm not going to move on from Derek Carr in this video because I said I just think he'll be the quarterback of the Raiders going forward. So I'm not going to worry about upgrading the quarterback position. So Derek Carr, no freaking way you just said that after I gave you that contract. Really? I gave you that freaking awesome contract and you're like, I'm going to play for a new team. We're going to get him back. I don't care. So Stephon Gilmore, I want to bring back as well. 3-year deal. Bring him in as our #1 corner still. And he's not interested in signing. Okay. I'll just go kick rocks, I guess. And then Trayvon Mullen. Can I get at least somebody here? Trayvon Mullen, can you please stay a corner here? Boom. Okay, we got Trayvon Mullen. Renfro. Definitely don't want to lose starting Renfro here. So let's make sure we get my man back here as well. And that'll give us, boom. Okay, we got that done. Rock Ya-Sin, another guy I don't want to lose. So Rock Ya-Sin, please come back to the Raiders. I would love to have you. Boom. That is done. Let's go. And then we got Bilal Nichols, who I also want. So Bilal Nichols, let's bring him in. And let's make sure he stays. Just saw a report on my phone that apparently the Falcons have offered A.J. Terrell and multiple first-round picks for Deshaun Watson. So that's going to be a nice corner going over to Texans if that is the case. I'm going to re-sign Jonathan Abrams as well, just because I want a strong safety option to stay here. So Jonathan Abrams is back. Kenyon Drake, I probably won't worry about just as much. Cleveland Farrell never really worked out in Las Vegas. He still could. I'm not saying it's not possible. And then I think I got everybody I wanted, obviously, other than Gilmore and Derek Carr declining my offer. So Derek Carr, we got you Davante Adams. You're going to sit here and tell me you don't want to play for us anymore? That is not how this works. So let's go into free agency. First and foremost, got to make sure we get Derek Carr back. But I want to take a look at our holes now. I know we don't have a middle linebacker. And offensive line, so Leatherwood's up to a 78 overall. Offensive line is improving, but it's definitely not where we want it to be. We have Edwards, so offense, we'll see. I like Leatherwood at guard. He's a 78 overall. Bulaga, we'll see. I guess we could just kind of see what the best offensive linemen are available here. So we have a outside linebacker who's still star development. So everything still looks good here. We need Gilmore and we need a middle linebacker as well. So McLaurin Jr. is out here. Mark McLaurin. Okay, I didn't even know that was a real guy. So there's 2 McLaurins in the NFL. All right, let's go ahead and get in the free agency though. Let's get Derek Carr back. Let's get Gilmore back, and then let's see what else is available out here. So I don't think it's a great free agency class. Actually, it could be. Never mind. So you have Elton Jenkins. That might be the guy we go for. I'm not going to lie. James Robinson is out here. Gilmore. Yeah, so first and foremost, you got to solve the quarterback position. Derek Carr. I know you wanted to go somewhere else, but it's just not happening. So you can come back and be a Vegas Raider for the rest of your life. That would be greatly appreciated. So Derek Carr will offer on him, and he has no other offers. So I don't know where the hell you think you're going. And then Stephon Gilmore I want as well. He has one offer from Jacksonville. Actually, you know what? We might not need to sign Stephon Gilmore. Should we, though, is the question. I feel like we need offensive line help and middle linebacker. So I'm going to look at Jenkins here, and he is here, and I'm going to try to get him to become a Vegas Raider because offensive line, we grab this guy, that's going to be a huge help at left guard. So 108 total points. It's going to blow everyone's offer out of the water. I'm just going to secure him even further by just offering a little bit more, and that's going to put us up to 109. So that should give us Elgin Jenkins here, pass protector for Derek Carr, which is awesome. All right, middle linebacker. Definitely going to need a middle linebacker since we lost Perryman. We have Bobby here at 27. Davante Adams is an X factor. TJ Edwards, Eric Wilson. So I'm looking at Bobby at 27 years old. I think he makes a lot of sense. He's a scheme fit as well. So yeah, I think we're passing on Gilmore, I guess. I would have loved to have kept him, but I'm going to pass on Stephon Gilmore. I'm going to bring in Bobby here for a middle linebacker because we technically have some corners. So, I mean, Gilmore is great. If we have enough money for him, I guess I could go get him again, but we also have a left outside linebacker and Sion Taki. That's nice, but we're not going to worry about him. And then I think that's going to be it. So let's go ahead and see if we can bring everybody in. Jeffrey Simmons would be cool as well, but we have Chandler Jones already. So Gilmore, like I said, I would have loved to have brought him in, but we have Rocky Sin and Trayvon Mullen, who I guess I can rely on instead of just, I mean, I can offer him this, but I don't think he'll accept it. Yeah, that's a terrible offer. He's like, hell no. So we're just going to make sure we get Jenkins, Bobby, and Derek Carr back. That's going to be the three important things. So Derek Carr, please sign your contract. Jenkins, please come protect Derek Carr. And Bobby, come be the man in the middle at middle linebacker. So we get all three of them. Let's ring go. Jenkins is here to protect my man Derek Carr. And you got Bobby here at middle linebacker. So that is what I'm talking about. Now, $7 million. I feel like we could strike on one more free agent. And again, if Gilmore didn't sign, maybe we could just go get him back. But now offensive line looks a little bit better. I'm going to rely on James at center, and I'm also going to rely on, I don't know if I want to rely on Brian Bulaga, though, to be honest with you. Leatherwood, I'm fine with. I'll rely on him. And then, yeah, so wide receivers are great. Defensively, bringing in Bobby, I think this makes this look a lot better. We have Anthony Averett at corner, so I guess it would be fine to get Gilmore back if he's still out there. He may not be, though. So I don't know. We'll see. I think I want to make a couple more moves before I say this is all done. So I went ahead and cut Brian Bulaga, and we're trading 2/3 and a 4th-round pick for the Ravens right tackle. I'm not gonna pretend I know how to pronounce his name, but he's a beast anyway. 84 overall. I'm getting the first surefire thing. Obviously, we could have just went to the draft and drafted the right tackle, but since this division is so crazy, I just wanted to make sure I got myself a right tackle that's gonna be able to protect Derek Carr. And then we also signed Darius Williams in free agency. So just like that, we are up to an 88 overall, and the offense is a 91 overall. So this is what the final product looks like before the draft. So we brought in a new right tackle, which is good. So the offensive line is improved quite a bit. Obviously, Derek Carr was sacked way too much. So I'm glad we were able to improve that a little bit. Darren Waller, Renfro, Adams. What more could he ask for? And then defensively, this looks a lot better as well. So let's go ahead and see if we can go into this next season. I think we'll go to the draft first, obviously. So let's see if we could actually draft really nicely first, get a couple more guys just to be depth and help out, and then we can go to the next season, and then we can make the playoffs. So round 1, pick number 13. I mean, I don't really know what I want here. I guess an outside linebacker wouldn't hurt. I mean, kind of anything really. So we have a tight end. I mean, we don't need a tight end though. That's not something we need. I know he's a beast coming out though. I mean, imagine having Eric Gilbert and Darren Waller, but I don't think that's necessarily necessary. I think an outside linebacker is basically what we should be focused on. B, block shedding. If this man is a stud, he looks great. He actually looks really good. So I'm going to draft him. Outside linebacker coming in with our round 1 pick. Adding to that defense. Honestly, I don't think we really need to focus on the offense too much just because there's so many good weapons on the offensive side of the ball that I'm happy with. And then we can go to round 2, pick number 13. And after this, I probably won't be drafting anything else. We have Jalen Carter. You have a corner and Jalen Kimber. So maybe instead of, since we did lose Gilmore, maybe we should look at Jalen Kimber here on the board at round 2. He actually looks pretty solid. Zone coverage is a question mark, but I'm going to take him. He is a normal development man-to-man corner. I'm going to hope he's good enough to maybe be a starter right away, maybe slot corner. I don't know. We'll see. But that's going to be it for me since we did trade those other picks and we only have round 5. So this should be a team that's ready to make the postseason, in my opinion. So at the end of the season, we ended up finishing second in the division at 10-7, going up against the Cleveland Browns in round number 1 in Wild Card Weekend. Man, Cleveland's in an awkward situation with the whole Baker Mayfield thing right now, but that is not my problem today. We are worried about the Raiders. So 10-7 on the season. Let's go take a look at our player stats, kind of see how things went. Jacoby Brissett was a top passer in the league, I just saw, but offense was 28th in the NFL. Defense was 5th in the NFL. So offense is kind of lacking a little bit, but it's all right. 27 touchdowns, 10 interceptions from Derek Carr, which is good. Rushing wise, Josh Jacobs, 600 yards, 16 touchdowns. Receiving, no, not a single 1,000-yard receiver, which is really disappointing. 800 yards from Davante Adams, and then 800 yards from Waller as well. 600 from Renfro, 600 from Edwards. So I guess we're not passing the ball that great, which I guess could make some sense. And then Chandler Jones, 18 sacks. Crosby with 11.5, 9.5 from Nichols. 3.5 from Derek Nottie, and then 2 from Bobby. And then interceptions, we had 5 from Jonathan Abrams, which is great. 4 from Keanu Neal, and 3 from Bobby, 2 from Rock Ya-Sin. So let's go ahead and jump right into this playoff game going up against Cleveland. By the way, I did get those two, I wanted to show you guys this real quick before we actually jump in right away. The 2 guys we got out of the draft, I believe, became day 1 starters. They were both 75 and 76 overall, respectively. So yeah, he's an 80 overall. And then, like I said, I guess Kimber wasn't. We actually have some depth at corner, but more depth doesn't hurt. And then we also have Smalls here, who, like I said, looking very good, hidden development. So let's go ahead and jump into this game against the Cleveland Browns, and let's see if we can come in and upset Cleveland. So it is still Baker Mayfield at quarterback. If you're still watching at this point, are the Browns going to be able to smooth it over with Baker Mayfield, or is that relationship just over? I don't think it's over, but regardless, let's see if we can come in and upset the Browns. I think we got to stop to start things off. We have the best defense in the NFL. We get a field goal to start things off. Let's go put up 10 now. And no, another field goal, which is not my ideal scenario. I hate field goals, as you guys know. When Madden keeps giving me field goals, I just feel drained. And 12 seconds, go do something, nothing. And we get another field goal. Sure enough. Let's go score. Turnover, probably. Another turnover, maybe, it looked like. So, another turnover. What is going on? Come on, man. 9-27, and I'm pretty sure Derek Carr just threw like 3 interceptions this game. 149 yards, 3 interceptions from Derek Carr. Not good. Not good at all. Wait, what? That is not good. That's not a good look whatsoever. So now we are headed to the free agency where everybody needs to negotiate. Obviously, these contracts aren't correct in Madden. They just aren't. Obviously, Crosby's on an extension. Davante Adams on a long deal. Chandler Jones on a long deal. So I don't know why these guys are currently free agents right now, but of course, I have interest in bringing every single one of them back. So let's make sure we hopefully get all of them back. So Davante Adams, and he says, I would like to play for a new team. Franchise tagging would cost us $24 million, which is something I might end up doing. We'll see. So Max Crosby, I'm going to make sure I get him back. He's obviously supposed to be a Raider for life. So let's sign him. He's back. W. And then Darren Waller. We'll bring him back, of course, at tight end. So we'll make sure we get all these guys back. Don't know if we'll be making a ton of upgrades this offseason. I kind of like where the team sits currently. Obviously, it didn't go as planned, but I don't want to necessarily just like not use the same. You get what I'm saying? I like the roster that we have constructed. And I don't even know if we're about to have cap space after all this, because I'm going to franchise tag Davante Adams because we're going to run this one more season. So Brian Edwards at 25. We did draft a star development wide receiver. If I have money for him after this signing, well, wait. Yeah, after this signing, we'll sign Brian Edwards as well, but I don't know if I'll have money. Let's see. Back, and then Brian Edwards, I'll go ahead and re-sign as well. I did change the playbook this time, so let's see if that'll change anything. I don't know if it will. I know a lot of people have been telling me to change the playbook, and I finally am doing it just because I didn't like the results I just got. So franchise tagging Davante Adams is going to put us in negative cap space. So yeah, we are going to probably not going to be able to sign anybody. So we're pretty much going to have the same roster going into next season, which I'm not totally opposed to. Yeah, we are literally over the cap. So 88 overall team though still after all that. So, I mean, this is going to be your lineup. It's an 89 overall. We're going to run it back with a different playbook. I guess I was running Josh McDaniels playbook for New England because it's where, but I'm sure the offense will be different. So that's probably my bad. But regardless, offense looks relatively the same. And the defense still looks really nice. So we're really just going to run it back. Nothing else. Run it back one more time. Hopefully this team does better, and hopefully we can perform better in a playoff game because that was just atrocious. So at the end of the season, we still only are second in our division, but we went 12-5 going up against the Jacksonville Jaguars. So the playbook change looked like it helped a little bit, which is good. So I'm happy we changed the playbook. That way we had a better result this year. I want to look at the stats, and it says one last hurrah. I'm sure that's for like Chandler Jones or something like that. So let's go take a look at the stats. Derek Carr, way better. You guys are right, man. Maybe I should just be using the Kansas City playbook every freaking video, but I just feel like it's cheesing sometimes. But I don't know. Maybe we should do 40 touch. It looks so much better in this new playbook. So maybe that was my bad. I was holding this guy back in a weird playbook. But whatever. 40 touchdowns, 20 receptions looks so much better. Jacobs, 600 yards, 19 touchdowns. Receiving, Renfro, 1,400 yards. So we had a 1,000-yard wide receiver, but it was Hunter Renfro and not Davante Adams. And then defensively, I take a real quick look. Sacks-wise, we had 11.5 from Chandler Jones, 6 from Crosby, and then 5 from Elliott Denny. It looks like we got him in the draft. He was a normal development. And then Bilal Nichols, Smalls had 2 as well, and then Keanu with 1.5. So here we go, man. We're going to jump into this playoff game going up against the Jacksonville Jaguars. This is our only chance. So if we lose here, it is what it is. We don't win a Super Bowl in this video. But here we go. See if we can come in and beat Trevor Lawrence and the Jags. Jaguars went 8-9. So I'm hoping we can come in and upset them. It sucks they get the home game. Obviously, they won their division at 8-9. So the AFC South was just horrible. But I don't know, man. Let's jump right in. Let's see if we can come out here and play some good football. We allow a touchdown to start things off and nothing. And let's see if we can interception from Rocky Sin. Doesn't lead to anything. And the playoffs are just not going our way. Put up a field goal. 14. And we put up another turnover. So 10-21 and 10-24. We could still be in this game. We got to get a touchdown here. We do get a stop. Nope. 10-31. Touchdown to respond right away. Okay, we could go tie this up now. Carr, you could if you wanted to. But instead, you're not going to do anything with it. And we are going to lose 24-38 and not go anywhere in this video. So that was our last chance because we are literally over the cap now. And I'm not going to go forward with no Davante Adams in this video. And everyone's getting old. So it is what it is. We suck. We can't perform in the playoffs. We get bounced out twice. Derek Carr not looking good in the playoffs whatsoever. But hey, I wanted to keep him throughout the video now that we have his best bud. So one reception for Davante Adams is unacceptable. We had a chance to tie it up. Didn't happen. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you did enjoy. The Raiders, though, are looking scary in real life for sure. This is Crushables too. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.